And we're going to do some more oval racing in the afternoon part of this, as we continue to gain experience.
Fastest lap for Thompson, 29.2.
For hopefully a next-gen run. So we're doing fix again. And hopefully tomorrow, because today's Wednesday, tomorrow, because this weekend's very interesting. Friday, I have an evening event I'll be going to. Saturday, we have the 10 hours of Suzuka. Sunday, I'm hoping to do my normal Sunday activities.
That's a new
So I'm
fastest
trying
lap for
to
27.9.
get the racing that I want to get in. So we did ESS and Oval today. We're going to do Oval again, and we do need to drive Suzuka just to reinforce that learning. The Lambo's quick, so we may end up driving the Lambo instead of the Ferrari, to be honest.
The leader has just done a 27.9.
So yeah, that's the deal, all right? So a little oval practice here. We had a good run until we had an unfortunate run in. I think we handled it well in terms of
New fastest lap for Thompson, 27.7.
setting it for ourselves, but also being polite about it. So the NASCAR meme is quite real. Now, ask me why you would ever want this shot. Oh yeah, let's shoot through the stands down and not give a semi-clear sight line. I don't quite follow that. So make sure all my stuff is together. So you can definitely tell winter is coming. So I'm looking to do on Friday is, I guess, still got to get the transmission fluid changed on the car. And then go to my function. And then I'm going to come back home from that function. It's going to be probably probably 10 o'clock, 10:30 when I get home.
The leader's just done a 27.5.
And so we got the schedule sorted for time slot 3. Don't know yet if I'm doing time slot 4 for the 10 hours. Haven't heard anything. But yeah, we'll wait and see. Let me get my radar up here. So definitely learned a little bit from yesterday's race. Fresh tire situation. There's definitely some benefit with regards to that. And that is my work phone going off. All right, stay right there. Figure out why it's going off. There we go. Lovely exit. Live broadcasting, folks. This is what we do.
Radio check.
All right. All right, we're back. Took care of the work phone thing. Figured I'd use the restroom while I'm at it. I mean, look at this. This is a terrible scenic shot. Can we not have just a canned shot? I don't want to be looking at people's butts.
Leader
Okay?
has just done a 28.9.
That's what that shot is. Let's look at people's butts.
Fastest lap for Vargas, 27.9.
Yeah. It's what we do, right? It's what we do. So, all right, here we go. Gonna get ready for quali. And have a little bit of fun here. So, like I said, this is going to be a two-parter. All right, let's see what we can do here.
Pit lane speed limit is 45 miles per hour. All clear on pit exit. You can push now. Okay, Blaine, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
Winning! I was due to do that one of these days. All right, let's try it again.
The pit exit's clear.
I was going to say advanced tire warming strap, but not so much. Let's try this again. I was bound to do something silly. Getting loose. You can feel the getting very loose. Those are cold tires.
P9. Your lap time was 28.9. The guy ahead has just done a 28.8.
Hello, Eddie. How are you? Yeah, it's chilly here. It's supposed to be freezing end of the weekend. 32 degrees. Wow, I'm slow. Very, very slow. Yeah, a lot of indoor racing for sure. Looks like the track temp is, and it's only 80. Pretty slow on that one. How's the family, Eddie? Whew. Gonna be chilly this weekend. I'll show you the results here, and you'll see why this is a bad qualifying time. I should be right about where the number 4 car is. And the reason is I'm the number 5 car. We got at least 25, 26 in here. Yes, Halloween. Yeah, we had a very nice Halloween here. The weather was pretty good. Where I live at, it's a nice pocket neighborhood. There's a few kids here, but not too many. But basically, in the next subdivision, that's where a lot of the kids are. So, yeah, it was pretty nice. Weather was good, but yeah, I have a nice shade tree right here. It's really good for summer. It helps keep this room, because this room's upstairs, a little bit cooler. But yeah, it's dying off as it does. What video card did we end up going to?
That's the end of the session, B16.
There's a P16, so we got a lot to do here. 16, 6, 63. That is a step up. Yeah, you have a little bit better performance, and 1050 Ti is not too hard to get. And you're not breaking the budget either. How much did it put you back? Right. And that integrated one, problem is you start loading up that machine, it starts bogging down. 250, that's not bad. It's not bad. Especially compared to some of these, some of these fancy ones. Like I was looking at, so I have a 5700 in here, XT, AMD. And I was looking at a 6800 XT. So I would be going from 8 gigs of video RAM to 12 with lots of GPU units in it. And the problem was I couldn't justify the cost. Like the way that my card sits performance-wise, the only option is the 6900 XT, and that is a lot of money. With sales tax here in Tennessee, that 6900 XT is almost $2,000 US. Yeah, 4 gig, yeah. You're definitely happy.
Catch up to car number 6.
Yeah, you'll like life. For sure. Yeah, 2,000.
Alright, Dwayne, are you ready?
And you know me well enough to know I'm not afraid to spend money to get what I want and get good equipment. For $2,000, no way, man. No way.
Green, green, green.
All right. Had to wait on this car here. Yeah. Gotta give it about... Oh.
Inside, we've got a full course caution. Watch out. Pace car is out. Line up single file behind car number 23. We're under caution. Pits are closed.
So... Yeah, and the thing is, Eddie, I'll tell you straight up.
Pits are open.
With the CPU that you have, the 4 gig is perfect. Perfect. Exactly for now. Because your next purchase, you'll just get all of it in one shot, port your data over, and you're ready to rock and roll. So no, see, you and I look at it the same way, you know? It's like, why spend good money after bad? And that's a situation where a lot of people will spend bad money instead of good money. Yep, very incremental. So how's your racing been?
We're under caution. It's closed.
Good. So you are progressing. How, what are you liking more, the ovals or the road courses?
Okay, Dwayne, get ready. Race will resume at the end of this lap.
Okay, I'm very happy to be on the inside line here. Yeah, they really are. They really are. Just wait till you get to C license. As on both road and oval, you have the trucks in C, and then you have, on the road side, you have all sorts of crazy cars. They're wonderful. Like 4,000. Now we're going to get ready to go racing again.
Green flag, clear inside. Car high. Clear high. B14. Car outside. Clear high.
Yep. And you got the right idea. Take it gradually. Don't try to take it all on at once.
Still there. Still there. Still there. Clear low. B15. Car high. The car in front is Larson. He's still there.
Need to get by this guy. He was definitely slow. Oh yeah, the Legends race very well. When you get to C,
the leader has just done a 28.0.
You'll be able to race some great cars in
V14. That lap was at 28.9.
In D license. There's some good cars. Especially on road. Road, there's a very nice mix. Oh, he lost it.
Full course caution. Watch out.
Check it out.
Can't hold her brakes.
Pace car is out.
Too much
single
asked.
file behind car number 14. Pace car is out. Pits are closed. Pits are open.
I got a meatball here. So the 14 car just lost it. Yeah, and the thing is, there's nowhere for me to go.
It's fine, you got loads.
And the issue... Oh, I'm going to get black flagged. Okay. Black flag I'm not worried about. Luckily, I don't race ovals...
Box in 5, 4...
competitively.
3, 2, 1...
So this is going to be a big repair. Yep, 8 minutes. So, one of the things to learn is always hold your brakes. And this is why. Okay. 14 gets loose. Here goes the white car right about now. Okay, so. Okay, he's slowing down, hits the wall. He should be holding his brakes, and he's not. Okay, so when you wreck, okay, when he hits, he should be holding his brakes. Like right now, he should be holding his brakes. Okay? Right there, he should be on the brakes. So, this is why I said my comment, hold the brakes. He should be on the brakes. He lifted off and never held the brakes. So he tags me. Almost takes out. Oh, he hit another car. Boom, hit that car. And he should know better. So always hold the brakes. Very, very important to hold the brakes. Now, we're going to get the damage repaired. Go back out and make some laps. So, let's talk about required repairs versus optionals. Required is exactly that. You have to fix those. Optionals are exactly that. Optionals. Here's the interesting thing. Every now and then, you will get a case where you fix your requireds and the car is terrible. And you have to come back in and do come back in and do the optionals to fix your car. That's common. In certain series. So, for example, when you get to D license, if you race the Skip Barber, you can have little touch. But once you start braking, that car, it starts destroying itself. So that's just a case where the driver who is lower I rating than me, who's the 14 car, I'm the 5, does not know how to hold his brakes. And the replay demonstrated that. Now the number 10 is behind me. So I wonder if that was the other car that got damaged. Yeah, he got a little bit damaged too. So we're going to fix this up. And part of the reason why we're fixing this up is our sole purpose is to run our 4 races, keep our safety rating above 3, and then we'll get promoted to A. So that's why we're staying, because that way we can get credit, because you have to do 50%. So here it's 25 laps. Every lap here is just under 30 seconds. It's like a 10 lap repair that I'm taking. And other cars may break. So use experiences like this to learn. You know, accidents will happen. He made a mistake. It is what it is. So we got 3 minutes left. And there's some guy going around real slow. Alright, so see, right now we're down here. This guy is, let me go full speed here. He's making laps. He's making laps. That's all you gotta do. Just make your laps. Looks like these 3 have pulled away. These 4, 5. Everybody's stringing out a little bit. And 12 just sent it. Holy cow, 12. This is a race for position. So just waiting for the car to get repaired and we'll zoom. Oh, or got real loose there. And we'll get that position right back up. It's a good little battle here.
Vargas is now leading.
Okay. So once that required timer goes to 0, we'll head out. And our sole purpose now is to make sure our lap counter ends up at 25. And the interesting thing is I won't have to take tires. Now, some of these people have been in more than once. Caution. Caution's a good thing. And so since I'm already in the caution, that should let me out. I may get by Spencer here. We'll see how the car feels here. And you do not want to speed.
The leader is pitting now.
Okay, so they're pitting. We will not need to pit. So, just going to collect some laps.
We're under caution, pits are closed.
Now we are many laps down. Okay, to give you an idea, that's the next car ahead is 9 laps ahead. So that's how long that pit stop was. Now the number 12 gets the lucky dog.
Full course yellow, pits are open.
Now I will not get a wave around Mr. Johnson. Should get a wave around. Command of starting the field here. Looks like I got 3 lap cars and then the leader. So just trying to log some laps.
Pits are open.
Long-term plan is to get through these 4 races, be above 3, be ready to get into A. Okay, get past the pace car.
At the end of this lap.
So I now get a free lap, basically, which is nice. So that will help my cause.
Green flag, we're racing. Car low, P23. Clear low. Got a car low. Still there.
Number 17 car
Inside's
is
clear.
struggling to get by me. I'll make it a little easier on him. Friend Senior Rodriguez. Holy cow! It's Liz! Hello, Liz, in all. Welcome to the Gyro has had bad touch committed to him. It was not consensual. Welcome, everyone. For those unaware, Liz is a fabulous streamer out of Australia. Very entertaining. And make sure you get a should give her a follow. So this is the SimMagic Alpha Mini. This is a GT1 wheel. That's the name of this, and it is a biggie. I think it's 315 mil. It's a biggie. And so what's happened here in the race is I was minding my own business. People forgot to hit the brakes. And took me out. Took about 4 other cars. Yeah, it's a big wheel. So the paddles are carbon fiber.
Carlo.
Yeah, it's a big
Still
wheel.
There. You've just done a 30.0.
But I like it for
Inside.
the fact that I can do
Hold your line.
either ovals or GT racing.
There.
This is the same
Still
wheel I
there.
use to drive the
Clear low.
BMW Monday. And you know, that BMW drive at Suzuka will always be special. First time above 1500 and road. So that was a very special drive.
Car down low. Clear inside.
So that BMW will always have a special place in my heart because that's the car I broke through the barrier on. And thank you, K Chronic, for the follow. Much appreciated. So, yeah, my I rating on road was as bad as the low 800s, and then I started figuring some stuff out. So if you put in the work, you find the cars and series that you're comfortable in. Easy to get to 1500. Easy.
That lap time was 30.3.
A little bit of application. 2000. Lickety split. Oh, don't you lose it, you muppet. And this poor guy, his whole front end is damaged due to no fault of his own, because someone forgot to hold the brakes, so...
E22.
Now, 2 more laps. Once that lap counter turns to 26, we're going to be kosher.
That lap time was 30.3.
I try to be nice. what you hear from
Car inside.
when I talk with Liz and all
Clear
that is how I
inside.
treat everybody. I have a very simple philosophy.
Okay, Dwayne, halfway home. Fuel looks good.
It's easy to be welcomed here, but you have to show the willingness to want to stay. And that's how I view it. And hello, JD Max. How are you?
Carlo. He's still there. Clear inside.
I'm trying to give all these guys a load line, so I'm in the marbles up here.
Got a car low. The next car is Fargus. Clear low.
See, here's the thing.
Car
I
inside.
don't view
Inside's
Liz as
clear.
an angry
Car low.
person.
Clear low.
I don't. Same thing with Pablo. So Pablo GZ205. To me, there's always a very clear line between angry and those who just expect better. Yeah, JD Max, we all go through the periods of bitterness.
Car low.
We all go
Clear
through
inside.
occasional bitterness periods.
22nd place.
But no, that's how I view Liz. I don't view her as angry.
Inside. Clear inside.
And here's
Italian
why.
is gaining on you. The gap is now 0.2.
Here's why. In the chat, he may still be here. So, and he can vouch for me. You'll see his handle, Eddie Diskoff. He lives in Miami. If you ever want to see full-blown drama, anger, etc., live in Miami for a while. Trust me. Full-blown emotion there. And I lived there 7.5
Car
years.
inside. Clear low.
But no, Liz just has a reasonable,
Inside.
keyword, reasonable, expectation
Hold your line.
based on the simple fact that if you're an
Still there.
adult,
Inside's clear.
act like one. This is not a hard concept. Because here's what it comes down to. I'm going to tell you what the key word is. Accountability. What drew me to Liz's streams was the fact that she holds herself accountable, holds everybody else accountable, and she is consistent. That's why I use the word authentic. You now understand the derivation.
Car down low. Clear inside.
Yes, Liz, you and I know. But Liz, I think you and I would agree that between society, education, the concept of I'm just going to yeet it isn't just in games.
Britannia is getting
It's in
closer.
life.
The gap's come down to 19 seconds.
People just don't give a you-know-what about other people.
Hello.
And I'm going to tell you straight up who
Still
the
there.
worst perpetrators are.
Clear inside.
See, I don't mince
Car
words.
down low. He's still
Two
there.
groups that are the worst perpetrators.
Hold your line. Clear inside. B21. 2
For
laps
boomers
left.
and those who claim to be Christ-like. Some of the worst abuses that I have seen from one person to another fall in those two groups. Well, we're going to get our participation credit, yay.
White flag, one more lap.
I'll show you what happened here and why we're in this predicament in a moment. No, I don't.
21st. Okay.
And here's
we're
why.
done.
So let me answer Chronic's question. So Chronic, I race both. So I would say right now, on average, 40% oval, 60% road. On the road, I actually specialize in endurance racing. I am the set maker for 3 endurance teams. So yeah, I do both. I race ovals because they relax me. I race road because I'm serious about it. I get asked quite a bit on Discord and here, hey, what's your favorite circuit? The answer is you're racing it this week in VRS. Suzuka is my favorite.
Watch your
It is
speed.
one of the very few circuits where
Box in
everything is
440
tested.
meters.
Car, driver, setup, mentality, all of it.
Box
And
in 5, 4, 3, 2.
and I'm going to be on the level here. Give me one moment
now.
here. I'll switch the camera view here. So just give me one moment here. And I'll switch you over to that. There we go. Hi. So here's my view on why Suzuka is the best circuit on iRacing. I'm going to give you 3 reasons. 1, it's an old school track and you don't have wide runoffs in a lot of places. So every mistake you make is immediately punished and often compounded. The Nürburgring is the same way. Spa, when they changed the limits on the track, to me, became soft. And then the pro fellas and ladies found out you could trim a car out to very low, if any, wing and run it all day long and beat everyone's pants off. Tell me how Spa is now the challenge it used to be. Just on that alone. 2, as alluded to, Suzuka tests everything about a driver and a car, and at near 6 kilometers or it's 3.61 miles, so it's just under 6 kilometers. It does it in a combined package that helps repetition. The problem with the Nürburgring is it's so big that even though you drive these sections, it takes so long to master it. Suzuka, you have more chances at the apple, but when you do a perfect lap at Suzuka, you know instantly you've done one. It's instant feedback. The 2A of that is look at all the history at Suzuka. All the Formula 1 history, Super GT history, Super Formula history. It's historic. But the third and final reason why Suzuka is the best circuit. It has every type of corner you can ask for. Now, I understand why people look at the Nordschleife and go, it's the green hell, it's so big, it's so massive. I get it. And I respect that. If you gave me one track where this is the one track that you have, okay, Nords is it. But if I was told you have one track and it's the only track you can drive, and this is a track you will learn your racing on, it's Suzuka. It's all about mindset. So I'm a specialist around there, and I enjoy gyro stand. It should fly by. It should. And I'll tell you if they ever built the stand where I would want it. It is at the Dunlop curve, where Jules Bianchi lost his life. The gyro stand should be there because it takes care of all the pit crew and all the people, and it's easy to walk to through an underneath tunnel. And if you race the East Course at Suzuka, you can stop, pick up some gyros, and then continue your lap. That's where you put it at. Easy. So I'll ask this question. You want to see me do a VRS race? Because it's 10 minutes. I think we can do a VRS race. Let's see here. Let's see what I have. And for the record, I am not going to. I'm not going to race the Lambo. Not going to race the Lambo. That's not going to happen. Let's see. What do I want to race? I can see what I've made setups for. That's what I'm looking at right now. Let's see here. What do I want to do VRS in? Little bonus here. We're not going to do the Lambo because the Lambo is, it is. Actually, because we have an esteemed lady in our chat, Liz, I think I might drive it in the BMW. I'm leaning to the BMW. So let's see. Do I want to drive it in the BMW or do I want to drive it in the Ferrari? Ooh, this is tough. You know what, Liz? I think we're going to have some fun. We're going to do this in the BMW. We're going to see how bad I get yeeted. We'll see how bad we get yeeted. Ugh. So the title should be, how bad does a 1500 driver get yeeted at Suzuka? That may be the meme here. So all right, sim is loading up here, so I'm just waiting for it to do iRacing things, and then I'll cut you over. And so yes, this is the setup that my team in time slot 3 will be using for the 10 hours. So this is the 10-hour setup. This is not a sprint setup. just because of wanting to make sure that it's stable and all that. And I did note a little understeer. So I'm going to tweak that here real quick, and then we'll get going. It's at 50% right now. So let me make sure this is actually working correctly. And voila, look at that. Professional streamer. Be afraid. Okay, so let's change that. And we'll now call this all right. There we go. Yeah, IR professional. Normally that cutscene does not work. I have to quit the software and come back in for the catch the hook. I use Twitch Studio instead of Streamlabs OBS. So every now and then it's a little wonky.
That's a new fastest lap for Skinner, 1:58.
All right, so let's. That's okay for Flyby. That's all right. Okay, so I want to go down 1, 2. So this is my little setup here. Super. Yeah. I like the idea, Chronic. It just unfortunately, and technically, if I was going to race a purely Japanese car here, it would be the Prius in Super 300. You want to talk about a crazy car in Super GT? It's that right there. The Prius in Super 300 that uses a detuned variant of the Toyota LMP1 motor. It's a doozy. Oh, God. What did Automod do? Let me go check Automod. Really? You're actually going to say Jap as a negative term? Really? Oh, Automod, stop being soft. These are the things I deal with. And so here's my general. Yeah, that was why. Like, really? It's clearly an abbreviation, and it's like, no. And I don't have like tight auto mod. I have relatively permissive. Just because of my viewpoint. I defended the right for free speech. I expect you to use it, but use it responsibly. So in the back end, you have all these settings for AutoMAD, and I have the setting just below off. That's it. Did it get you to really? Oh my gosh. Hold on here. Thanks, AutoMod. Hello. Yeah, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have to Automod and I are gonna have to have a talk because if it's filtering that word, what other words is it gonna filter that I go, what's the problem? See, it's interesting, right? Because give you an example. In Daniel Gray's 10 stream, they did an update to the Automod. And all of a sudden, all of the usual colorful language that Australians are known for, where it's being filtered out. And so his mods are like sitting there typing in, having to go allow. So yeah, it was bad. Like it was filtering out all of the typical. Like it even filtered out Barbie, Sheila, plus the usual wanker and all that, right? Terms of an endearment to Australians. And yeah, it was like the first hour of his particular stream, and anyone who has watched Daniel's streams knows there's a certain period in that first hour where there's always the lament. There's something he is lamenting about, either in the race, but just, yeah, good old lament. So, yeah, it is what it is. I just kind of go, it is what it is. So, all right, we've got 1 minute, and then we're going to see how bad Gyro gets punted in the first lap. So like, they were making fun of some Chinese brake manufacturer that originally had it spelled to where it was, if you looked at the word, yeah, he at times he does, and it's hilarious. Where the two words you split it was a derogatory term that starts with letter D, and then a donkey. And then they showed in his Discord a picture if they changed it where it sounded the same, but it was spelled different. So someone tried to type in the original manufacturer, Automod flagged it. It was just like, really? That was somewhat recent too, so. But it is what it is. All right. Now we're going to have a little fun here. So I'm going to say probably 7 splits here. And so, yeah, little Suzuka. And for those watching this on YouTube after the fact, make sure you like, follow, subscribe. You know the drill. But and remember, on YouTube, this is the sister channel Twitch for you Twitch fans. My sister channel is also the same name. No. Daniel is Daniel. And just like anybody else, he has his good points and he has his not so good points. And that's how I view it. See, I'm very careful to not judge people because that would make me a hypocrite. Just because I look at my own shortcomings and my own failures, and I'm my own hardest critic. I am very tough on myself at times. And I've had to learn through these 45 years in this world grace, humility, and still learning it. Still learning it. So, all right. So I think 7 splits.
Radio check.
That's my gut feeling. We are the number 17 car in a 29 car. Okay. Mr. Jackknife is in the field, so he is a streamer. Mr. Mike, how are you, sir? Welcome to the party. No, Chronic, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you. I will tell you, without being specific, I was just watching a different stream today, and chat in that stream is normally robust. But today, it got onto the topic of vaccinations as it relates to COVID. And it just spiraled out of control. And I just sat there and just kept my mouth shut because it's like, nope, we're not getting into this battle. My whole take on that is everyone has their viewpoint. I will respect yours as long as you respect mine. And that's how I view it. I'm very straightforward on that. All right, so I just switched back to the old units here because I'm not quite yet thinking in kilometers. I'm getting there.
Pit exit's clear. Push. Okay, Dwayne, we've got 2 laps to get the job done, mate.
Yep. My take in my Discord, which I just spun up not that long ago, is if you wouldn't discuss it at the bar, don't discuss it there. Because you and I know people have their viewpoint. Now, is 12 line attack above average or below lows? I'll tell you right now, it will not be a pole finish. Because this is the race setup. And it does not get going very well. Oh, wow. Wow, that little change in the rear ride height, and I'm getting much better turn in. Interesting. So first things first, top half finish. That's what we're after. And then we'll see what happens next. Ooh, cold tires. Cold tires. Well, the problem is I had too much rake. That was my problem. Had a little bit too much. Yep, you feel me. And it was actually in here in the S's, is the back half of these S's, where this one right here, where it's like off camber. I was going from a little bit of a push condition to a quick oversteer condition. And this is also on 60 liters of fuel, so I'm conceding something like 25 kilos of weight to the qualifier sets. Fair enough, Liz. Look at that.
E14.
I just PB'd. Chat power, hashtag. Oh, you muppet. You can drive that so much better.
That's a new fastest lap for Roche, 157.76.
Alright, if I can get the last sector dialed down, I'll be really happy. There we go.
E22, you've just done a 2:00.8 seconds.
All right, so I like that change to the car, because I knew I was better than my 2:01, which is from Monday. So I've gained a full second. The problem is I'm pretty much back in the fact. We're pulling a Liz special. We're gonna race from the back. Yeah, two flat optimal. And the thing is this set takes a long time to get going. Like 2.5 laps around here. Yeah, it is safer back here. Yeah, I don't disagree. Now, we have to remember everyone's been racing, so the time should come down. I'm a full second quicker.
That's the end of the session, B24.
But everyone else is quicker. Yeah, chronic. Like, throw something in the microwave. Please. All right, let me make sure I got all my fuel here. Yeah, I do. Okay. Oh, God, this is not the side I like to start on. Now, Liz, do you like starting on the right, or do you like starting on the left here? Well, eggs, tomato, beans, and rice, that's not bad. That's not the world's worst thing to have. Yeah, I tend to, after watching yours, I tend to like being over here. Because if people are going to yeet, let them yeet, right? Like, the race you did where the 4 cars just went this, right? Valid point. All right, everybody. So, hello, YouTube. All about the gyro here. And we got an active crowd for this one. Winning. So, we're back here. This is my bay, Suzuka. Take 2. Here in the BMW. This time we've made a little change. 2 clicks. That's all we change in the rear ride height to help balance turn in just a little bit. Otherwise, the set's identical.
40 minutes.
Yeah, Caterpillar 4X. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, okay, are you really going to get any heat in the tires?
Car number 12 in the right column.
I try to stream 3 to 5 times a week. So I made Twitch affiliate about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you're not going to get a lot of heat and air pressure. And for those unaware, tire pressure at Suzuka, very important. I'll tell you right now, tire pressure here is more important than tire temp. But no, this is my usual vibe. I'm one of those come as you are. This is a safe harbor type of place. If you are a member of the genius species Homo sapiens,
okay,
you're
ready.
welcome here.
Watch for the lights. Green, green, green.
And I learned from Liz's starts. Be alert at the chicane. See, that's why I watch all of you.
Car
I
right.
study.
Clear right.
Okay. People actually
right. Still there.
trying to be sensible.
Hold your
Keyword.
line. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear right. Clear right.
Good job, Merc.
Clear left.
So we have our Liz Yeater. That's the Merc. And he just tagged that guy. And this is Jackknife. And so I'll try for top 10 just for you, Chronic. Don't know if I'll have the pace, but I'm gonna try. Cold tires. And so, for those wondering, normally I will drive the Porsche 911 GT3 or the Lambo.
The leader, Fuchs, is pitting.
But
Roche is leading the race.
Because my team is using the BMW, and because Liz uses a BMW, I said, you know what? Let's use the BMW.
V21.
And I've raced with Jack to know he's pretty sensible. It's the Mercedes ahead of him that I'm very worried about. There we go. Okay, I got another lap, and then I know this car's ready to go. Well, define normal. Here's all sorts of cars. Get GT4s. Those are the closest thing to street cars.
The leader's just done a 159.00.
Tough racing here. I mean, we have the Mazda.
Last lap time was
Mazda's a great little car to race. Avoid the grass, Dwayne. I need to get going here because with that Merc bottled up, it's going to help me stay in touch with John here. Oh yeah, let's flash my lights. Let's flash my lights.
Car right, clear right. Okay, Dwayne, hold your nerve, just keep it
I'm gonna
smooth.
flash my
No
lights.
mistakes.
Because it makes me feel better.
Car left. He's still there, clear left.
Okay, I did not make that easy on him.
Come on, man, defend harder. The gap in front is now 0.
He got a robust defense. The Audis here have been very quick this week.
Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines. New fastest lap for Roche, 158.70.
It's a good livery.
Right side's clear.
The issue is I'm realizing in this setup,
Still
when
there.
I get in with cars,
Still
the
there.
rear is a little off.
He's still there. Right side's clear. 20 seconds.
That is on you, my
Dwayne.
friend.
Come on, mate. Defend your position. Right side's clear. Left side. Still there.
You're gonna
Clear left.
got on the inside, pushed up, and he broke himself. Now Carfield's fine. It's the guy made a silly move. So I'm gonna recite what Liz says. This is not an F1 car. This has about a fourth of the downforce that an F1 car has at 150 kilometers per hour. So, if you go into turn 1, you're trail braking the car. That means the car's unstable. He did that to himself. He's the overtaking car, and I run a radar. He was in the back right corner. And I gave him space. I gave him a little space. See, I'm screwing up the second half of that chicane. I'm not getting the
car right.
So the little higher right, I can
Still
rotate the car a little bit, and I'm losing out.
Clear right.
See, that's a clear pass. What's the problem?
Don't let him get away.
See, I'm the other way around. I like oversteer. And the reason why I like oversteer is I can predict
The gap ahead is now 0.7.
the car better than understeer.
Yellow flag, caution. Alright, Dwayne, our fuel window will open after 18 minutes. It should close at about 29 minutes.
Suzuka sorting out the wheat from the chaff. Yeah, if you have a little understeer, the thing that you can do is you can have maintenance throttle to catch the car up. But I prefer a little oversteer in the corner because I like feeling the rear rotate. And that's because of my real life racing experience. I like to feel the rear, and once I feel that, we're in good shape. Much better. We're going to gain a spot. So the pit window here starts at lap 7.
Okay, Dwayne, don't think about the lap times. Just hit each and every apex. 18th.
Yeah, for sure. And there are some cars, actually, you want it to start in an understeering condition, such as prototypes. You want to start prototypes in an understeer condition because it's easier to catch.
It's now about 7 seconds.
Looking at that Porsche, I can tell you it's running less swing than I am. Just by the way it goes through the corners, it's a little lower than I am. So, Yeah, that lower ride height is screwing me up in the chicane. I'm missing the chicane by like 10 meters every time. So, need to make an adjustment there. I think what's happening is when I brake, the weight transfer, and it's amazing what 2 clicks does. It's 1 millimeter of rake. 1. The weight transfer is just a little off. Because what I'm trying to do is get a little bit better turn in, which I'm getting. I'm getting a little bit of turn in. Yeah, I'm getting just a touch of push. See, it's a little bit better in spoon, because in the previous setup, when you turn in spoon, it would turn, push out, hook up, then plant. Now it's a little bit shorter process. All right, let's see if let's try this again. Okay.
The gap in front is now 2.5 seconds.
All right, I made the adjustment. So I backed up from where my previous braking marker was about 5 meters.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
And that's the other reason why I've dialed this up the way I have for an endurance race. Because remember, this is an endurance setup.
Okay, Dwayne, you've used half your fuel.
Oh, no, I don't mind that. Like, I understand why Liz doesn't like it, because look at all the negative experiences she's had. I totally respect that. I don't tend to mind, because my style is take in all input, decide what's reasonable, and discuss. It's because of my background. My degree is in mathematics. So mathies tend to have this, it's not proven until we can emphatically hammer it and say, yep, that's right. It's kind of our mindset. That's why I take it all in. See, notice now that I've backed up the corner just a little bit,
17th place.
I'm getting a much better sequence. Now, if you're wondering, Sim Magic Alpha Mini Wheel, GT1 rim, I use Thrustmaster load cell pedals. That is my setup. People ask me, what's your greatest strength? And it's my intelligence. I try to think my way through a race. Exactly. And you've hit the nail on the head. Style and preference. See, I look at people that drive Skippies and go, wow, they have a different take on racing than in GT3.
All right, Dwayne, you're gaining on the car in front. The gap's now 3.0 seconds.
You've hit the nail on the head. Style and preference. Porsche's very good in spoon in the S's, but in 130R, it's tricky. Because the rear wants to kill you. Much better.
Yep, the car ahead's pitting.
So a lot of folks pitting early for the reverse stint.
Come on, man, keep pushing. 14th.
Nope. Gotta race comfortably. Yeah, I'm noticing I'm a little...
is now 4.6 seconds.
I'm noticing I'm a fraction slower into the hairpin. I'm getting it in the S's.
Okay, Dwayne, 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
So it's balancing out.
That's 20 minutes to go. Half distance.
So... And Suzuka is such a compromised circuit. Nope, don't mind at all. See, I like the chat because it relaxes me. That's how I look at chat. Like when I see chat, it relaxes me. It's fantastic. Overdrove that corner a little bit. This is the tricky S right here. And the reason is it's off camber. And so if you get it wrong, you're in big trouble. Starting to pull away from 14th, but we still got fuel stops, so I got to keep pounding.
Okay, Dwayne, the next car is Zitterbart.
Okay, Zitterbot is in the Merc, who's driving very aggressively. And he has come back to me here. So I don't know if he's had an off. All right.
Zitterbart ahead is pitting.
Okay, he's had an off.
Zitterbart in the gaps now, 3.3 seconds. E11, that lap was a 2:01.48.
Now I'm trying to push as I'm on light tanks, and a lot of the folks behind me aren't. I need very good laps now. Okay.
The gap behind is now 5.5 seconds.
And I've pulled out just a little gap on Mr. Crocker. Okay, 2.7. Okay, 2.5.
Okay, Dwayne, we estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
If I estimate I'm on a flyer, I'll come in now.
15 minutes left.
All right. Very interesting situation here. So I'm on a great in lap because the guy behind me has lost 2 seconds. And I'm keeping up with the folks ahead of me.
Pit lane speed limit is 37 miles per hour. Okay, Dwayne, we've got you to the end.
Perfect time to come in.
4.
Because
2. 1. Box now.
Because I pulled out 2 seconds of time on the guy, and Zitterbart has had an issue. All right, here we go. But that's where I came in. And we may have a race with Mr. John.
There's a car approaching. Watch your mirrors. Stay behind the white line.
There should be John right there. And now, I think he's already come in. So I've gained time by going long. Now let's see if the Ferrari is as hard on old tires as the previous model was.
The leader, Roche, is pitting.
So I have somebody to chase.
The gap ahead is now 1.6 seconds.
So we've got our pit stop squared away. Pretty happy with that.
The car behind is catching. The gap's now 1.6
And
seconds.
that's the Ferrari for you right there. And now he's got to play catch up. And knowing John, he's going to be like, oh, great, I just let Gyro by. He's going to push.
Marin in front is pitting.
Look at all these people in, so we're hoping to jump Mr. Crocker. That's our reference card at number 5.
V14.
Mission accomplished.
All right, Dwayne, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
10 minutes to go. This is a timed race. It's a 40-minute race with a pit stop. So we get 10 minutes to go. So I would say 5 laps. So there is maximum push now. We've done everything right. We just now got to race like hell. And Mr. Foosh, who's behind me,
Who's pitting now?
is quicker. I also have a lot of damage, and yet it's not affecting me. Oh yeah, race like hell is right. Hey Liz, I got bullied, but I stood my ground. We did a very good pit stop. Good in-lap, good out-lap. Passed a car. Exactly what you're supposed to do. Yeah, I was very happy with how it turned out.
P11.
Had a great,
Behind is pitting now.
had a fantastic in-lap. Fantastic in-lap. And I said on chat, okay, it's time to come in. Came out right behind Mr. Jackknife. And he spun it in the spoon.
You're gaining on the guy in front. The gap is 9.1 seconds.
This is not the fastest set, but it's very stable. It's perfect for endurance. for sprint, I would do something a little bit more interesting.
Now 3.7.
Knowing how John sets his cars up, he will have less wing than I do. Having to wait just a little bit now on that. Ugh. Rotate. Yeah, the taxis have been very good. Can I drive fast enough now? I've given myself a chance.
There's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
This is why I'm a race engineer for 3 endurance teams. I pay attention to those things.
Okay, Dwayne, that's good consistency. Keep it up. Got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Fuel's not going to be a problem. Can I get it across the line before John does? Like, how good is his car on light fuel versus me? That's the question. Mr. Neal, I am very concerned about.
That was awesome.
And if I remember right, the lovely Liz says 20 laps here, so... Yeah, I'm starting to lose a little bit in spoon. But John had a bad corner just now.
5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
So I need the draft. And he let me by. He's in the pit lane.
Lap time was
Okay.
201.81.
So John is much better in the chicane. Had to wait on the car just a little. There. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble in Dignity's 2 right now. And the problem is that's the left front tire. Ugh. Yeah, it's, I think with all of the problems I've had earlier in the race, it may be catching up in the tires.
The guy behind's reeling you in. The gap's now 0.5.
Now, you're going to see him slingshot by. And if John gets up to me, I'm not going to fight him here. I know he's got less aero than I do.
behind you. Car right.
John,
Still there.
John, I'll lift early. I got a little bit of damage.
Still there. Right side's clear. Push, 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 or we'll lose this place. Nah, bad luck, mate.
Cheers, Dwayne.
Now, so people are wondering, how could I tell he's got less aero? His wing is the first little clue, but it's his rear. So if you have more wing in the sim, it will look more squatted.
E12.
His is less squatted. That's how I know he's got a little less wing. Just the rear. Yeah, in this car, just the rear.
5 minutes of fuel remaining. 5 minutes.
See, notice he pulls away just a little bit. And the reason is twofold. A little bit less aero. But that Ferrari has a close-set gearbox. All the gears are very close together. This BMW, the gears are long. That's how I know.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 74.
So with
Fahrenheit.
2 minutes of optional damage,
Seriously, that's bullshit, dude. That is bull.
White flag, one more lap.
apologies
Very
for
little fuel left.
language. You were hungry, man. All right, can we bring this home for Liz? That's the question. So, if I maintain or increase my position, I will happily credit this to the tutelage I've received from watching Liz drive around here earlier today. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. Didn't beat myself. Didn't panic. And drove probably a little above my ability, to be honest. And this is a setup. Now that I've driven it, I'm going to go back to the original. Going back to the original, I want the extra 2 clicks. I would rather have too much turn in. I can handle
We're running on
mild
fumes, mate.
understeer. Like here in Spoon, I might pick it up actually. So in Spoon on the first setup, it rotates so beautifully. In this setup, not quite. Doesn't quite pick up. The P12.
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Good racing with you, John. That was a pleasure.
Yeah. What a gentleman you are.
P12. Okay, it's over. Well done, mate. Good finish.
Yeah, I basically drove from the back up the P12, so. All right.
I kept having problems with grip.
Yeah, I made a little change in the rear ride height, and I need to undo it because I solved one problem but created another one.
Take care, mate.
You too, John. So there we go, a little racing with Mr. Jackknife. But hey, 24th to 12th. As always, very thankful to the Lord for what he does for me. But for this race, Liz, I dedicate this one to you. Thank you for selling me onto the BMW. It is so nice to drive here. It's predictable. It's sane. I was never really in trouble in this setup. So that's for you, the lovely Liz McFeef. Yes, solid AF. It meets the Liz standard of approval. All right, let's see. Let's see what I gained in loss. I expect to gain a little IR out of this. Yeah, and it's interesting because I'm very, as you saw, I'm not flashy, but I try to be very consistent. So let's look. Oh, we need to see some replays. Here are my times. So pretty consistent. Not the fastest, but I keep it on the track. I'm consistent. Let's start with this. Let's see what happened here. Let's go to the chopper. Oh no, we're good to the chopper. And let's do. Actually, I want to do Fort Chase. Okay, so this Ferrari, no P12. So we all slow down. Look at this. Look at this. This is a sensible. Hello, Welsh. How are you? So let's look at the gyro. Let's look at the cockpit cam. Everybody's reasonable. Look at this. You can get through turn 1 here in Suzuka. Oh, lap time. I'll pull it up in 1 second. Look at that. Everybody, look at this. All the polite. Look at all this politeness. Yeah. I'm gonna roll it forward. There's a car over here. This Merc ended up being a lap behind because he broke his car. Look at this guy just barging through. And the purple Merc, he ended up having to repair damage. And there is Mr. Jackknife in front of me. And there he taps the 12. So he's now hit 3 cars. Not polite. He's got to go to the naughty corner. Roll along. So this Lambo gets off. Jackknife! Holy cow! The man, the myth, the legend. If you don't follow him, make sure you do. He does a really, really good. Hey, we're looking at this first lap, man. You and I had a great first lap in this. Hey, hello, Boxer, and thank you for the follow. It's like I said, Jackknife, Suzuka is my place. I started basically in the back, and you saw how far I came forward. Spuddles! Thank you very much. Good timing. So, as you see, I started 24th. Yep, we stayed very safe. And, thank you, Nick. And thank you, Tension, as well. And basically, I got damage, as you're about to see here. I saw the first one. When you spun like this, I went, oh no, John. Ferrari doing things in spoon. Mr. Genius, thank you for the follow as well. So, that was lap 1. Now, I want to show you what not to do. And I got to find the lap here. So, let me see here. Was it this guy? Okay. I think it was this guy. Yeah, it's this guy. So what I want to show you is, actually, it was a different car. I'm going to show you what happened to me. And I'm trying to find it here. Just bear with me. I'm looking for a incident in turn 1. And I just got to find it. because some fool decided they thought it was smart to come down the inside in turn 1. So that's what I'm looking here. I'll know it when I see it. Does chat remember when that was? May have been earlier. Let me start at the beginning. Let me start lap 2. Forcing a pass by forcing you to avoid. Exactly. So there's our fearless hero, Mr. Jackknife in front. And we thought, John, that you were running less aero than I was. I was running a lot of aero. Because this BMW needs it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now, let's look at it from just a chase. Okay. He's alongside. Okay. We both... yeah, VRS is a little more trimmed out than me. Yep. So this was the 24 car, Mr. Connor. Okay. I turn in. Okay. So Connor botting. This person right here. Okay. If you are trying to turn in turn 1, note this is cambered. This part up here is cambered. I don't know if you see the mouse or not. But you have got to get this pass done beforehand. Watch what happens. I'm in the corner. Okay. He's on the grass. There's a little touch. And I touched his left rear. And now I come back, and that's the end of the race. Now, we're going to back it up. Okay, let me say this again. You are not Ayrton Senna racing Alain Prost. I am in the Alain Prost position. The 24 car is in the Ayrton Senna position. For those that are wondering the reference, look up I believe it was the 89 Japanese Grand Prix at the start. Okay, I'm going to put ourselves in his car. Okay, that's him. Here we go. Okay, we're both on the brakes at the same time. He lost it. 90. That's why I asked Welsh. Okay, notice. Yeah, 89 was the chicane. So. This corner is a tightening radius corner. That means as you turn in, the radius not only shortens, but here you're trail braking into a tightening radius corner. Ambition got the better of adhesion. Fact. That's a quotable. Okay. Now he gets it straight, but the problem is look at his line. Okay. I hate contact. I try to race very clean. For those that know me, and now just a little tap. That's a little damage. And now what happens is he now lost his race because he made a silly mistake. Now, I'm going to tell you how to go about this. Okay. To set up someone in turn 1 starts here. Here we go. Okay. What he should be doing is don't pop out right there. Okay. He shouldn't pop out right there. He's all the way over on the guardrail. the arm coil almost chewed him up. Imagine if he's 4 inches over to the right, he hits it and he takes me out. So the first thing he should do is he should draft me. Yes, he's popped out too soon. So he should draft me another, and he had the lift. He should lift and stay in the draft. Okay? We're going to roll the footage. Okay? Now the problem is I'm on the line. He's off the line. Okay. There's a corner, there's a sign right over here. See the sign right here? Okay. That is when you pull out and pass. So if you miss the sign, see the orange Armco on the right. Okay. That's where you pull out of the draft. You just stay right there. And if you get such a good run, pull out early. But if you've got to get the pass done, that's where you pull out. Okay? Because if you don't do this, here's what happens. You're on the brakes, and notice this is a corner that is at least 1 to 2 gears tighter than me. We're both in 5th gear. So it's 5, 4, trail brake, brake, 3. Here, he's got to slow this down to 4th gear just to hold the line. Even if he wasn't Chad, I would still say the same thing, Chronic. Facts are facts. So now he's turning and he's trying the trail brake from a tighter radius. Okay? Notice how John, when he drove, his corners had proper angle. We're going to exclude the spoon spin. Ferraris have been spinning in spoon all week. Don't feel bad. Okay? Because in the Ferrari, he has better mechanical grip than the BMW. So his mid-apex should be more optimized than the BMW. Watch what happens. So because he's tight, he's at 116 miles per hour, so that's 200K for our metric fans. I'm at 200K. But notice I have all of the line and the banking. He has no line, no banking. And I'm going to play it out now. And now, because I've touched the drive axle, I had a little bit of damage on the front. And I'll show you the front. Little right here crumpled up. And I knew this guy was behind me. Notice I didn't cut down on him. I let him go by. But the other guy broke his car. It could be. It could be. Mr. Neal, who had a terrible race himself. So, praise St. George. Yes, but this is why I use this as a teaching moment. Because, notice, okay, so let's look at the Porsche. And let's analyze what he did, or she did. I don't know their gender, so let me make sure I don't miscategorize them. Okay, here we go. So now the Porsche is going to show you the right way to do it. So notice first thing I had to tap the brake. Because the car actually slid a little bit. During the race, I was telling Chronic, you know what, I got to back up 5 to 10 meters. So I did. Okay, I'm still figuring that out. Now, let's look at the Porsche. Mr. Kearns, watch how he does this. He has already made the determination that he doesn't have to draft me. That's how you do it. I gave him room. Now let's look at this. Let's look at this. Okay. Okay. He is already on the brakes there. He has broke early. My braking point in the Beamer is right up here at that asphalt. The Porsche has to, and he gives room. Yes, he gives room. Watch how he takes this corner. I am mentally cataloging this as I'm driving. Okay. That's why I'm showing this, because this is a good lesson for all of you. Here we go. Okay. He's now down to 106. That's 160, 170 kph. He's down in third gear, by the way. He's not in fourth. He has slowed way down. Notice the beautiful apex. He's on the curb. He's denying me the cutback, which you can do here. Watch some of the Super GT. They actually do it here. But also notice his line. Very precise. He's on the line. He's now slowed down so he can take a tight. He can use a tight corner, and now he gets off. So, here's why I like Suzuka. I've done over 600 laps here at Suzuka. Anytime I get a new car, I test it here, because every type of corner exists here at Suzuka. You now see the wrong way to do turn one and the right way to do turn one. And I hope if you forget everything else but remember that one point of, hey, gyro told me don't do this in turn one, but do this instead, that's a win for everybody. There you go. All right, let's see how we did. Let me come over there and come over there. And I did not want to open that. I wanted to open that. And let's look at results. And there we go. 21. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my highest iRating ever on the roadside. And all of you got to watch that. And for that, I'm very blessed and very happy to drive a car that I don't drive in sprints. I normally drive something else. But those skills are transferable if you know what you're doing. And hey, let's give some love to Jack here, to Mr. Jackknife. There he is, 1623. Now, both of us paid in the safety department, but to you, John, cheers to you. So, we got it done. That's the key. So, I'll leave you with this last thought here as I switch over. Hi, this is the real gyro, all. And so I'll leave you with this last thought here. There is a YouTube. Pleasure. So stick around. We're going to visit Mr. Paul Webster, who I am his set maker. I make all his sets, and he drives them. Is as you prepare, like when you do a circuit, there's a video that came out by DDR Racer on YouTube recently called How to Learn a Circuit. Watch that video. Apply it here to Suzuka, because now some of you have learned, oh, all the S's at Suzuka are different. Not everyone knows that. Now you do. Every corner at every S is different. So watch that video. You'll like it. So stick around. We're going to send you over to a great human being, Mr. Paul Webster. As always, take care of yourselves and one another. God bless.